Hey guys, it's Roger Langell. It's about 8 p.m. right on the dot, January 28, 2014, Tuesday. A lot of folks on here from you heard around the world. I'm going to show you what DsDomination is all about. You give me about 10, 15 minutes. I'll show you undeniable proof that you can make money. What I want you to see for now and understand about me is I'm very, very factual. I got no time for fluff, no time for hype, and neither do you. So I'm going to start off on a website called Alexa.com. You can go there yourself and check this out later. Alexa is world-renowned for ranking websites based on the amount of traffic, based on the amount of visitors. So all I'm doing here is I'm typing in DsDomination.com. That's our website. That's our company. That's what we hear about here tonight. And as you take a look, just vaguely remember that in the United States, out of 1 billion websites, we're ranked 620th. Around the world, out of 1 billion websites, we're ranked 2,200. That's after 5 months since opening on August 23rd. 5 months later, that's our ranking around the world. To give you some perspective, I'm going to type in Oprah.com. You all know who Oprah.com is, world-renowned. And our site gets more visitors, more traffic than Oprah.com. Why do I show you this? Who cares? That's not going to make you money. But I at least want you to get comfortable and say to yourself, well, there's a heck of a lot of visitors going to this site. Something must be going on. You drive down a highway. One restaurant's got one person in it. Another one, they're lined up around the block. Probably some pretty good food. That said, let me show you what we're talking about here, okay? If you haven't met me, you don't know anything about me. Again, my name's Roger Langell. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, where it's snowing for the first time this year. 2 little girls. They're pretty excited. School's canceled tomorrow. I did $1.2 to $1.8 million in sales from my living room with no overhead whatsoever for 10 years straight. Now, that sounds a bit fluffy, but I got to introduce myself somehow, but that's just kind of the bare naked truth. But here's where it gets fun. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Now, as I'm doing it, you're going to have apprehensions and you're going to have challenges, but I'm going to answer every one of those apprehensions. If I was teaching you for the first time that 2 plus 2 is 4, you might start going down tangents like, well, what if it's 2 plus 1 plus 1? What if it's not a sunny day? How do I know that? Is that true? But you would miss the fact that 2 plus 2 is 4. So I'm going to show you in the next 8 to 10 minutes with no doubt in your mind that you can make a lot of money with DsDomination. Just need to open your mind for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then I'll answer all your questions. I already know what they're going to be. But what you're going to learn is part of that $1.2 to $1.8 million I did was simply copying and pasting images and pictures from Amazon over to eBay. And you'll be able to do the same thing. What I want you to say this entire webinar is, can you do this? Because it doesn't matter what I did. It doesn't matter what I say I did. It doesn't matter what your friends said they did. It doesn't matter what post you saw, what video you saw. It's all, can you do it? Because it's going to be you after this webinar. So I'm on Amazon.com. I'm going to type in any word on the planet. I always start with the color blue. You can type in anything tomorrow morning when you start DsDomination. Cat, orange, toboggan, kite, whatever you want to start with. I'm going to put the word Amazon behind it because there's other companies that sell on Amazon, so I want to put Amazon there so all the search results end up being items that are actually sold by Amazon. All I want you to know, and you don't even have to remember this number, is there's 2.757 million results, okay? There's a lot of results for Blue Amazon, all right? Now, first question is, can you go to Amazon and type in 2 words? Okay, I think you all can. Of course you can. Now, out of all these results, I'm going to go research one of them over on eBay to see if I can sell and make money from Amazon, kind of to prove to you that this works. So you can see this first item right here, this Pyrex kitchen set. I'm going to go over to eBay. Can you go over to eBay? Of course you can. I'm going to type in Pyrex kitchen 10. All I'm doing is looking for this item, see what's going on, see who's selling it, see what the environment is on eBay. No big deal. And of course, you can do that too. Up here it says 64 results. All I want you to notice when you're looking at this is these are all white backgrounds, okay? These are Amazon photos. That's all you need to know right now is Amazon photos have all white backgrounds. They're all professional photos, okay? This one here, that's taken on mom and dad's kitchen table. These are all professional photos. So all of these folks here may or may not be using Amazon as a supplier. I don't know, so I'm going to dig a little bit deeper to try and figure that out. So I'll click on one. And when it loads up, over here on the right side, and again, you don't have to remember all these steps because I'm going to show you where they are within DsDomination, I'm going to click on See Other Items by this seller. So what have I done so far? I typed something into a box on Amazon. I typed something into a box on eBay. I picked the seller, and I said, let's see what else you're selling. When I take a look, clearly these are not pictures taken on someone's coffee table. These are all white backgrounds. These are Amazon photos. Okay, cool. Now I'm getting somewhere. But here's the question. Just because this person has this light here, or whatever it is, spinning rod, for sale for $23.90, it doesn't mean they sold it, right? So I have to go down the left side of the page and click on Sold Listings. And this will tell me what's going on. So the first thing I look at right here, January 27, 6:41 p.m., this sold yesterday for $49. Okay, cool. Can I make any money with that? That's my kind of concern. So I click on this, and I go down. First I noticed they sold two of them, $49 each. They sold two sets of dishes. Good for them. I kick this title right here in their eBay title. I copy it. I head over to Amazon. I paste this into the search, and I click Go. Right here, it's for sale for $27, but that's a black-rimmed plate. So I'm going to click on that because his were blue. And I'll notice all these pictures load up here. And let's see if I can find the blue ones. Here we go. I click on the blue ones. The cost is $27, free shipping. He sold them for $49, a markup of $22. He sold two sets, $44 minus some eBay fees. He made about $38 for 4 minutes work. I'm not even going to ask because you probably collapse the system if I asked you how many people would like to make $38 for 4 minutes work. Maybe that's a fluke. Let me dig a little bit deeper. Here's some sort of fishing tackle box that sold for $30. One bid on it. I scroll down. I grab part of his title. I copy that. I head back over to Amazon, paste that into the search. This is all live. I don't own Amazon. I don't own eBay. I can't fake these prices. I can't fake these sales. $20. The cost, that was the cost, free shipping. He sold it for $30. Markup of $10. He made about $7 for 4 minutes work. And I can repeat this over and over again. Here's some sort of skillet that sold yesterday at 8:51 in the morning for $88.15. I can grab that. I scroll down. I grab part of his title, copy that. Again, sold for $88.15. I'm over on Amazon. I paste that in. I click Go. There it is there for $70.17. A markup of $18 after fees. He made $7, $8, $9, $10. Big deal. Look at all the items that have sold in the last couple of weeks, 584. So even if he made $5 a listing, that's $2,600 or $5,000 a month or $60-something thousand a year. I'm sure if a little bit of your spare time, you can make $60-something thousand extra dollars a year, you guys be pretty pumped up. So let's go over this mind-boggling, crazy, impossible to do technique that I just used, and then I'll explain a little bit deeper exactly what happens and how you start making that money. So I went to Amazon and I typed in blue. Now again, you could type in any words you can think of tomorrow, put Amazon behind it, and click Go. I came up with what, 2.7 million results. I grabbed one of the 2.7 million results. I went over to eBay. I typed in some keywords like Pyrex, kitchen, 10. I did a search. I saw there was 30, 40, 50 sellers. I picked one. I looked at what they sold successfully, and now where are we at? Well, now we can sell these, and we can make them $48, and we can out-title them using something called the Title Optimizer, which I'll show you in just a minute in DsDomination. But I want to bring this home for you. Let me go back to these dishes again. Here's exactly what happens. I'm going to take these dishes, I'm going to go over to Amazon, and the first thing I want to let you know is nobody has these dishes. They are not in your garage. They are not in the seller's garage. They are not in my garage. They only exist online right now until they're actually ordered for the customer. All this person did that I was just showing on eBay was took this picture, moved it over to eBay. There it is. It takes about 3 clicks of the mouse. Now let's look at their description. 16-piece Corelle dinnerware set with service for $4. Let's look on Amazon. 16-piece Corelle dinnerware set with service for $4. So in the can you do it department, can you copy this and paste it onto eBay? Oh no, we got to go to college. We got to get a 20-year degree. You know, we got to go to high school. We got to work our butts off. We got to work part-time jobs. I didn't. It's up to you if you did. Actually, prior to doing $1.2 to $1.8 million a year on eBay for 10 years, I worked 86 hours in a pizzeria. I own half of it. 86 hours a week. Insanity. What I said to myself when I first started making really great money on eBay is, you know, I work twice as many hours as most normal people work, so I can take a whole year off and do eBay, and that'll kind of make up for it. And then after a couple years, I was like, man, you're getting lazy. And then after 4 or 5 years, I was like, whatever. I'm just staying home. I don't care. I'm watching my little girls grow up, and I'm going to make a bunch of money. So clearly, you guys can do this. So what happens here is when this sells, okay, now, I didn't do any rocket research. I didn't have to know what to sell, did I? I didn't get on here and go out and say, you know what about dishes? Will dishes sell? Let me check all these schematics on dishes. Will they work? I just landed on dishes. And I see this person's making a profit. And I know I can make a profit if I sell it for 48. And especially if I out-title them and do a better title than them using a title optimizer that I'm going to show you in a moment. Which begs the question, what about saturation and competition? I'll get to that in just a second. Here's what happens. These dishes go on eBay. Somebody from somewhere in the United States buys them, wherever, Maine, Arkansas, Connecticut, and sends this seller $49, okay, through eBay. This seller now has $49 in their PayPal account. They simply go over to Amazon. They add this to their cart. They sign into Amazon. Amazon says, where do you want to ship it? And they ship it directly to the seller that bought it from them on eBay. Directly being the key word. This was not in the seller's garage. He does not have cases of them. He did not pre-order them. When it sold, he then went over and bought it. Zero risk. We call it selling high, $49. Buying low, $27. Zero risk. It's called drop shipping. I invented it nearly 10 years ago. And that's what you're looking at right now. Now, I know you guys are going to have questions. I'm going to answer them without even looking at them. And then at the end of the webinar, I'll answer even more of them. Guys, it's 8:13. I promised you in 10 or 15 minutes you would fully understand how much money you can make, and I asked you to take down the roadblocks and the questions for now. So I think I delivered that, and in the next 1 minute, I'm going to answer all the questions you already have. Here's your questions. Why would people pay more on eBay than they do on Amazon? Why wouldn't they just go get it from Amazon? I would ask you to look in the mirror or check the clothes you're wearing or the sneakers that you're wearing or the jacket that you're wearing and ask yourself, did you get the lowest price on the planet? Did you knit those jeans you're wearing? Did you sew those jeans you're wearing? No, you bought them. Even if you bought them from Walmart, Walmart got them cheaper somewhere else. It's just a level of markup. Do people go online and price compare and everything else? Yes. but eBay has 1 billion customers. If I showed you these plates and you were looking for plates and you liked that style, would you guess they were 27 or 37 or 47 or 57? When you're selling on eBay, do you even have to think about it? No. Just see what's sold and undercut it, which begs the next question. What about competition? What about saturation? The suppliers that we use, there's over 100 million items. If we had 1 million users doing this, first of all, we'd be on CNN every night and on Business Magazine changing the world, which we hope to be one day. You could all list 100 items and make $500 to $1,000 a month. Would that be okay? Of course. But with changing titles and title variations, that number is even bigger. So no, there's no saturation. Okay? Next question. Well, what about it arriving in an Amazon box? Won't the sellers be upset? Let's take a look at some feedback of some people I've trained in the past. Well, let's look at this one first. They're clearly using that. 99.2% positive feedback. Doesn't look like too many people are upset. I'm going to do an advanced search. I'm going to look at a couple sellers that I've worked with before. If I type in by seller and I type in a username, all live on eBay right now, and do a search, this person has 29,331 feedback, which equates to about 88,000 sales, because somebody will leave a feedback every third time. Their feedback score is 99.1%. I'll do one more so you're confident that it works and you don't get bad feedback. Let me type in BLD304 and do a search. Click on their title. 50,111 feedback, or 150,000 items sold. 98.5% of the time, their customer is elated. Okay, look at the stars down here. It just works. All right. Let me show you the showboat. I'm going to go over to DsDomination.com, and I'm going to show you exactly what our members get. Log it in. So did I deliver on what was promised? In the first 10 to 15 minutes, I promised you I would show you beyond denial that you can make money from home for the first time in your life. Without hype, I absolutely showed you the facts. Your only question should be, does Roger own Amazon and eBay? And he's setting me up. And of course not, is the answer to that. Let's go back here. And this is the back office of DsDomination. What I just showed you is kind of the framework to our pro training, which is right here, okay? We have many levels of training. Make $5, $10 a sale, make $1,000, $1,500 extra dollars a month, make $20, $50 a sale, make an extra $4,000 a month, all the way to make 6 figures a year, okay? It's up to you what level you want to do. We recommend starting from the beginning. So I'm going to click on the Pro tab, and I'll click on Modules 1 through 5. And here's what I want to show you. Let me just grab one of the trainings here. Now I'm going to play this video. You're not going to hear it, but I just want you to see how detailed this is. Let me blow this screen up for you. Here we go. Now, what I wanted you to see there, what I wanted you to see is that you're completely looking over my shoulder the whole time. Remember I told you have to write anything down? You're watching how I do that as you go through. There's actually over 20-something modules in here that cover everything for you, okay? Shows you how to put a listing up, how to open an account, how to do a return, how to do the best description, how to do the best title, everything else. I want to show you some of our proprietary software, and show you why our team, our folks, everybody that works with us dominates eBay and makes the most amount of money. Let me show you a piece of software we have. This is called let me show you one, the Title Optimizer. Let me click on this, and the training's in the back office. Now, here's my question for you. In real life, in fake life, in any life, what are the components of something that you see up for sale? Let me turn this up just a little bit. Okay. What are the components of anything you see for sale? If you walk into a store, you see a product, right? You walk into Walmart. Oh, we've reached maximum attendance. Okay, don't show me that again. You walk into Walmart, and you see a box on the shelf, right? You might buy it, or you see some food or something. And on that box, there's a title, there's words, and there's a price, okay? And that's the real world. Online, when you're shopping, what do you see? You see a picture, you see a title or words about the stuff, and you see a price. That's what you see on eBay, right? Well, I showed you how to get the picture, not in detail, but obviously you get it, move it over from Amazon. I showed you how to get the description. Now, here's how we dominate eBay. It's all about titles, because the way people find you on eBay is all in your titles, okay? So let's look at this dishware set, for example. All you have to do is move the picture over, move the description over. If the guy sold it for 48, you sell it for 47. And then I come over here. What's my title going to be? Let me type in Corel, and I'll click Go. And within half a second, here's all the keywords that human beings, live shoppers, right now are typing in, looking for this item on eBay as I speak. Somewhere USA, somebody is on here typing in Corel, 4 plates, set, whatever. So this becomes your title, which has a multiple-fold effect. The first thing it does is when people go searching, they find you. The second thing it does is it becomes the perfect title in eBay's eyes. And since it's the perfect title because eBay's algorithm says, hey, our customers happen to be looking for these keywords in the exact order of popularity that this DsDomination guy or girl has them up for sale. Let's move them up in rank. This is a killer title. Well, what happens is we just happen to make a lot more sales than everybody else. Okay? So that is, we've done everything for you. The image, the description, the title, the price. So I think everybody really on the planet can do that. And it's been like a 10-year project for me, but DsDomination's been like a 5-month project. 10 years of me stumbling, fumbling, bumbling, making it work, going through it, making more money. Then I met a couple of guys that could bring it to the world. I didn't have the skill set to bring it to the world. And now people are just crushing it. We have a platform laid out for everybody to retire. We don't talk about making $1 million in 14 seconds. Here's a Ferrari. I mean, we could. I mean, here, let me show you an example of what you're used to seeing. Let me go to Google, and I'll do a search for PayPal sales picture, and I'll click search. And I'll click on images at the top. And I can blow any one of these up and just be like, look at all the money we made selling on eBay or whatever. It's kind of blurry, but I can bring any of these pictures up. People lie to you, right? It's probably happened in the past. Look, we're making thousands of dollars a second. Check out this screenshot. That's not what we do. And we're not going to talk about millions of dollars. We're going to talk about a realistic game plan for you to retire inside of a year easily. What I just showed you, working with Amazon alone, we call it the pro level, and it's a whopping, that's a decimal point there, yes, $19.95 a month. Oh no, really? 83% of DsDomination members are in profit in their first week, month, whatever, okay? 90% stay in DsDomination because they, dominate. Okay? That's our first level. Remember, this is a pathway. At this level here, you should expect to make about $1,000 extra a month. Okay? About $1,000 extra a month. I'm sure everybody would be comfortable with that. All right? The next stage for us, and I say stage, and I express the word stage because we don't want you to go out and buy every product. At the end of this, we're not going to have some sort of bundle where if you get it all tonight, you get it on for $9.97, or that Ron Popeil. Anybody know him? It's not going to be $99, $97, $95, $93. It's not even going to be $89, $88, $86. You're not going to pay $85. You're not going to pay $84. It's none of that crap, all right? This is a real business model, okay? When you got out of high school, they didn't go, hey, here's exactly what you do. They said, go get a job. Go get a summer job. Go to college. We go to college. You're like, all right, I did college. What do I do? Pay your student loans. That's what you do, right? They didn't lay out a platform for you. Stage one. Stage one was get out of the house, right? Here's your platform. Here it is, finally delivered to you. Our next level in DsDomination, obviously I can't train and go through every level, is called Elite. And here's what this is all about. Imagine if instead of just using Amazon and eBay, you use 10 other sites, 10 other suppliers, 10 other places to pull products from to put onto eBay. That's just matter of fact. If you have one place you can pull products from versus 10 other sites, if one site's more popular and the 10 other sites are not as popular, there's a lot more room for markup there. That's where you start making anywhere from 20 to 200 and above per sale. Every single Wednesday night, tomorrow, every single one, I do a training on Pro and I do a training on Elite. On Pro, I actually go to, last time I think I went to wheeloffortune.com, click play a puzzle. The first word that came up, I started with that on Amazon, came up with thousands of dollars worth of stuff you could sell that had already sold, just like I did tonight. Elite, I always land on $20, $50, $100, $200 money-making items, and I do it just like you saw tonight. Every single Wednesday that training takes place. Also, here's the next question for you. What if instead of just selling on eBay, we sold on Google? That's a scary word. I don't know. Google is very confusing. I don't get it. To sell on Google, you're going to have items up on eBay, and you're going to go like this. Click, 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 and all of your items are now on Google. Okay? Not only are you going to be selling on eBay, but all of your items will also be listed in the Google directory and everywhere on there. So are you going to sell more or less when you're selling on eBay and Google? Are you going to sell more or less and make more money when you have 10 times the amount of suppliers? That's just logic. Okay? I proved myself in step one. I mean, I think I did. In step two, I can't show you every supplier, all the trading, everything else, but that's just logic, okay? And back here in the back office, it's all right here, okay? DsDomination Elite, this tab right here, right there for you, okay? Let me put it right here. Elite is $99 a month. And again, this is not all about, okay, 20 plus 99, that's $120, $120 a month. That's going to be my electric bill. That's no. Don't even make that mistake. It's $20 a month. When you start making more than $20 a month, or if you want to wait till you made $100 a month, that's when you get Elite. So what is your risk? $20 a month. And I'm going to actually show you how it's nearly $0 a month in just a second, okay? This is your pathway. Now, at the Elite level, probably within 30, 60, 90 days, you should start expecting to make $4,000 to $6,000 a month. Yeah, right. Are you serious? Can that really be done? No way. I'm going to head over to Facebook. And on a webinar, you go to Facebook, it's suicide because you never know what's going to be there. And I have no clue. And when I show you, this is me on Facebook right here, okay? I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you that I have 4,547 friends. There is no way in heck that I can control the post of 4,547 friends. So I'm going to go to Facebook and I'll look at a news feed, okay? This is somebody advertising the webinar. Actually, let me go into one of our groups over here. Yes, we have groups. We have support. We have everything to offer you, help desk, everything, okay? Got my first sale tonight. I've been in around a week. Okay, awesome. This is me updating the webinar. If you stick to the trading, you can make money. I just counted since November 20th. I've made $3,316.98. This is a group for DsDomination members. This guy has nobody to sell to. Nobody's going to say, oh, wow, I'm going to join. They've already joined, okay? This is just true stuff, all right? Cha-ching, woke up to a $675 transaction. Buyer purchased 3 of a $225 item. Awesome. Watching speeding up your listing so far, so good. Welcome this gentleman. Today's goals list 450 items. Here's some sort of forecast, 10 hours. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I just made my first sale within 48 hours. I know it's not much, but I profited $3.44. And I could go over, listed 3 items ago. Could just keep going through this over and over. Cha-ching, just made a sale. $150.24, profit of $37 9 hours ago. All right, made first 2. I mean, you know, on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so it works. And yes, that's a real figure that you should be counting on this in 30 to 90 days, depending on how fast you go and whether or not you put in the time and effort. So step 1, I proved it to you. I mean, I'm not. If I didn't prove it to you, hop off. I don't know what to show you. Aliens, whatever. Step 2. It's just common sense. You got more suppliers, more sites, and you're also selling on Google. You're going to make a lot more money per sale. Our third level is actually called Unleashed. And this is where it gets crazy. This is where you start looking at your boss a little bit weird for saying hi to you in the morning. Hey, John, how you doing? Yeah, I'm looking at you a little bit weird, brother. I'm making some pretty good coin at home. Oh, okay. Now, Unleashed, here's the logic question. Even more suppliers, and you get the product cheaper, okay? So if I showed you, if you sold something, for example, for $100 and you didn't have Unleashed and you made $20, and doing the exact same thing, you sold a product for $100 and you had Unleashed and you made $40, would it make sense to have Unleashed? Okay? So this is about more suppliers, more strategies, and more cash back on every single sale. Okay? When I do a webinar, I show how to get an extra 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There's one site, 46% cash back on your sale that you make. All right? So obviously that makes sense, and that's the next stage. Now, Unleashed, it's $249, but it's a one-time purchase. And we're not talking about getting that tonight if this is your first go-around with DsDomination. Again, this is a stepwise sequence to get you retired. If you want to retire at $1,000 a month, cool. If you want to retire at $4,000 to $6,000, cool. If you want to retire near 6 figures, that's what Unleashed is all about and beyond. Cool. It's up to you. And it's up to you how fast you want to do it, what steps you want to take, your confidence level. I would definitely say whatever you're going to do, don't skip this because this is a lot of the how-to. Like, you know, any other company would say, you know, here's a sales pitch for you. You know, if you understand eBay even a little bit, skip the first one and get this one here for $100 a month. Nope. Learn this first, no matter what. Okay? If you're a multi-millionaire and you want to buy everything, go ahead. just make sure you go through this first, is all I'm saying, okay? All right. So I think I've laid that out for you. We also have other levels back there. It's called Monopoly. I'm not even going to tell you what Monopoly is. I'm not even going to go into Monopoly. I'm not going to pretend there's all kinds of questions about Monopoly. I could go over and go, yeah, so many people are asking about Monopoly. I'm going to cover it. I'm not even going to do that. Monopoly is $499. It's a one-time payment, okay? And it's going to it just kicks butt, okay? It's just there's just a lot of money made with Monopoly, but I'm not even going to go into our top shelf product. What does that tell you? That I'm not going to show you our top shelf product because I don't want people getting excited and going and spending a bunch of money and doing nothing. Because even though all those people out there that ripped you off on the internet, like they sold you garbage, they sold you fake screenshots, they sold you tricks, they sold you things you couldn't do, there was still a small percentage of them that sold legitimate things, but some of you didn't do anything with it, right? A lot of you have a lot of software on your computer or things from that you've used or not used that you paid good money for, and now you don't use it. I don't want that to be the case with us, okay? We just want raging, massive, giant success stories, okay? Now, I'm going to pause, but I'm going to answer some questions for you, but I am getting questions on basically, shut up, how do I get started, okay? So I'm going to show you a site. Do not go to this site. Do not go there. Do not go there. Do not go there. Go there not. Okay, here we go. Don't go there. It's DsDomination.com/sign up. Don't go there. I'll show you why in just a second. Everybody's running over there. I'm going there. I don't care what you say. I want to show you what it looks like, okay? DsDomination.com/sign up. Let me go there. And I'll bring that link up in just a second for you, and I'll message it to you in the box, okay? There's a couple things. When you arrive here, somebody referred you to this page, okay? Ignore those numbers there. I'll flash down. It's going to be $20 just like I said, okay? Somebody referred you to this page. When you get over here, it'll say referrer name. If that referrer name is not the person that referred you, don't complete your enrollment. Get back to the person that referred you to this call, okay? Now, the other thing is people think they agree to this and they click buy now. This is called a CAPTCHA page, and you actually fill it out. It's just to make sure that you're a human being. So you'll just click start on this. This one will have a little game, match the balls to the sports equipment. Okay, that's a tennis ball, tennis racket, that's a baseball, drag it over, done, okay? So don't skip that part. That just tells us you're not a robot, okay? Read terms and conditions. So you just fill this out. Make sure your referrer is correct, okay? If not, get back to them. Don't sign up tonight, okay? If you have any questions on every website, when you go to DsDomination.com, there'll be a contact us at the bottom, all right? That said, here is the link that you guys can go over and sign up with. And in about 5 minutes or so, probably about 5-10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can make even more money with DsDomination, just as easy, if not easier, okay? So go ahead and go over there. If you're ready to rock and roll, you get it, and then I'll wait for you. I won't show anything else. I won't go crazy. Just don't worry about it. Hop over there and get yourself ready so I can come back and show you guys a lot of stuff. I'm going to go pop in the questions right now. What is your advice to someone who would like to sell a specific category item, such as tools? Absolutely, for sure. Tools are awesome sellers. Mauricio says, shut up and take my money. How many items does someone need to correctly list to get the 4,000 to 6,000? Okay, great question. When I was listing, I only calculated when I was just using Amazon, okay? After I started using the other sites, I could care less. I was making so much money, I didn't care. But I know that that's about the average after about 90 days in here. I can tell you with Amazon, whatever amount of listings you list, multiply it times 5. So if you list 200 items on eBay, you should count on making about $1,000 a month. Since you make so much more in the elite per sale, this would scale down quite a bit, maybe like 100, maybe 70 items, something like that, to make $1,000 a month. All right, 70 listings, not 70 sales. Okay, so I can't put an exact number on that, but that's the best I can do. And again, if we were trying to fool you, I'd say just put up 3 things, man. You'll make $4,000. Right? Not true. Okay. Why does Amazon not accept PayPal? Amazon's a multi-billion-dollar company. I have no idea. Listening on the phone, can you email me the sign up? Lewis, I would have to, you're off. I would have to hop on to my email and compose an email and everything else while everybody waits. If you go to DsDomination, click contact at the bottom, tell me who sent you here. Then I will get you connected with the right person. Or if you can remember this, it's dsdomination.com/sign up. A lot of how many items do I list per month to make this? Okay. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. What rank do you have to be to get the title builder? You know, it's such an extremely powerful weapon that we decided to put that amazing title builder at the 1995 level. Because, I mean, how stupid is that for a business to do, right? Shouldn't that be at the higher levels to get you up to the higher levels? But think about this. Think about it from our point of view. If this wasn't good and didn't work for everybody, we'd be on here. You get all this for $9.97 a month, but if you act now, $6.42, right? You've seen these webinars. So why are we charging like under $20 for this completely masterful website and all this training and all this software? Could we have sold it for $20 and not put the title builder in there? It's the question, right? Because everybody stays. And you're not going to stay unless you're making money. But we know you're going to make money. So we just charge $20. So we give you every single weapon to make you money. Our thoughts are, honestly, it's $20 a month, but a sharp person could go in there in 2-3 weeks and learn everything that's back there and then never pay again. But you'll run into little bumps in the road. I mean, I can't coach you on a webinar or in training with something like, if Lisa from Arkansas orders this Chesterfield and it's supposed to be brown, it shows up tan, here's exactly what you do. I can't cut that video. That's why you need the support that's in Pro, and we know that. And then if we put all that software in there, when you're making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, you're not going to say, well, I'm keeping my $20 from these guys. You're just going to love us, all right? So there we go. Okay. What should I do if a customer places an order on eBay and doesn't finish the transaction? Great question. There's 2 types of things you can do when you're listing an item on eBay. You have the choice to say pay right away or pay whenever you want to. Okay. Now, I train you to not click pay right away, because if you force them to pay right away, you're going to lose every sale from somebody that's shopping on a Wednesday and wants to pay you on a Friday. So what's the negative? You'll get someone that sometimes doesn't pay you. It takes you 30 seconds to go to My eBay and then your account tab and then your resolution center, and eBay will give you all your fees back. If you don't remember that, no problem. It's in the training. Awesome. Let's see. Okay. All right. Is it a bad? Let's see. Will your software work on a Mac? Yes, one of our crazy programmer business partners is a Mac head. So we Mac'd it all out. All our sales pages, everything works on phones. Crazy stuff. I'm not that tech guy, but you know, all the nerds that played chess, they took care of that. Just kidding. I played chess too. I'll admit it. Okay. Now, People are kind of pouring back in going, I just got in, I'm just in, so awesome. I'm going to show you the next level of DsDomination, but I'm going to warn you what's coming, okay, ahead of time, because some of you might want to jump off and not see this, because that's how we are. We are a straightforward company, okay? So I'm going to leave this up here, this sign-up page, DsDomination.com/sign up. Expand that a little bit. Then I'm going to go over here and type in the message box so you guys can all get this, DsDomination.com/sign up. And I will send it to the entire audience. There, you guys have it, okay? Now, what I'm about to show you, some people love, some people like, and some people have no interest in it whatsoever. And whatever you are, that's completely fine. After I did 10 years of making that money, I became bored. And you can believe it or not believe it, but you go work in a chocolate factory and you love chocolates and eat chocolates for 10 years, and then tell me what you think when I bring you some chocolate, okay? So I got a little bored. So I went out, I started doing network marketing. I started working with different companies, and I worked with a company. It was a multi-billion-dollar company. It made some really good money, okay? But we didn't want to be like the stigma of all those other companies where you can make money talking to your friends and family and hotel rooms and stuff like that. So we switched it all around, okay? And here's the facts. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking about how you can make money sharing DsDomination, but it's a totally different avenue than how you'd share a milkshake or a coffee or an MLM or something like that. But I am going to be talking about that, and that might not be for some of you guys or girls on here. If that's the case, you're just going to want to hop off, go over, become a customer of ours, go start making money with eBay and other sites and everything else, and get all the support. And we'll love you and hug you and support you like crazy. In fact, we have like a 5-to-1 customer to affiliate ratio. So we have a lot of customers too, and that portion of the webinar is done. But I don't want to offend anybody that's on here and interested in rocking out with what I just showed you, and now I'm going to show you something different. You're going to be like, what's this? All right, so you can just hop off, and love you and have an amazing night. And I'm going to continue with more ways to make money with DsDomination, okay, because people enjoy that. What we thought about was we started looking at other companies, and we said, well, what happens with these other companies that claims you can make money being an affiliate and sharing the product? What goes wrong with every other company on the planet that works that way? And here's what we discovered. And it's undeniable, okay? There's no whether or not you believe it. It's just completely undeniable. So here is your customer, okay? And on the other side is your affiliate, all right? The person that shares the product of the company and makes money, all right? I'm going to show you what goes wrong with that and how we fixed it forever, okay? Now, of course, if you look at this, whenever I'd see diagrams like this, I couldn't absorb them. I had no mindset to do it. So I'm going to help you absorb this a little bit. Obviously, a company needs customers, and obviously a company needs affiliates, sales reps, right? Okay? This is a car company. They sell cars. You need customers to come in. You need salespeople to sell the cars, right? Of course, that's all this is. Well, what happens is you need your customer satisfied, right? Now, in the car display I just gave, the customer comes in, they buy a car, and they got a car, and the car works. They like the car, they use the car. Whatever. Same thing with an ice cream cone. They come in, they buy a ice cream cone, they like the ice cream cone. This person that's selling the ice cream cone is an employee, and he makes money, and he gets paid because customers came in, and the company's still in business. Not rocket science. But when you move into the arena of network marketing, it gets a little bit cloudy. And it gets a little bit cloudy because often the affiliate is the customer. The affiliate is the one that needs to get a car on auto ship each month, or get ice cream on auto ship each month, or get a milkshake on auto ship, or get coffee on auto ship, or get hair tonic on auto ship, or get something crazy on auto ship, okay? And then you're asked to satisfy the customers. And what happens is a customer, for example, is paying, let's say, $99 a month. Now, if you're a customer paying $99 a month, how long will you be a customer for? You will be a customer as long as you're satisfied with what you're getting for $99 a month. But that seldom occurs, right? Because most products out there you can get at your local grocery store for cheaper. They just call it more super healthy. But in this economy, a customer is only going to drink healthy coffee for so long before they go, I can't afford $100 worth of coffee a month, and I don't care if Starbucks is $4 to $6 a cup. I make it in my brewer. It's 14 cents. I call it Folgers. And that just happens eventually. Or a diet product. You know what? It's a yo-yo. Yeah, I lost weight. I felt great. But now I'm not spending $100 on diet stuff. I want a Pizza Hut pizza. I can't afford it because I'm paying $100 a month, and they quit. So if the customer has more money going into the company than they have coming in and being satisfied themselves, they're going to quit. But in DsDomination, hear this, it is the only product in existence where the customer can make money just using the product. If you are in a milkshake company, you cannot make money just drinking milkshakes. If you're in a coffee company, you cannot make money just drinking coffee. If you're in DsDomination, our product is training on eBay and making money. You can make money just using our product. It's the only company. I don't care what Spindler, what cash rewards, what 2% high yield program you came from. It is the only program where the customer makes money just using the product. Bar none. I'll argue till I'm blue in the face. It's the only one out there. That said, that is how we're so different. The customer has more money coming in than the customer is paying out. If you're paying $20 a month, you can make 2 sales on eBay in day one and have more money coming in than there is going out. That's why our company has nearly a 90% retention rate. And if we have a 90% retention rate, guess what the affiliates think of that? Oh, they think it's great. Let me show you from a different angle. If you've ever been in another company where you go out and you bring some people in and you get some customers, maybe you're the best recruiter on the planet. And in that billion-dollar company I was in with over 100,000 reps, 8-year-old company, I was the top recruiter in the history of that company. Not 1 month, not 1 week, not pseudo, not fake. The top recruiter in the history of that company. And here's what I discovered, and here's what you'll discover. No matter how good I was, no matter how good the first couple people I brought in were, they would have to bring in a couple people who brought in a couple people who brought in a couple people. And it was starting to weaken, right? Because no matter what, if you measure every human being, if you got every human being on the planet in your downline, and the last person is great-great-great-grandma because great-great-great-uncle couldn't bring anybody in except for great-great-great-grandma, and great-great-great-grandma can't recruit, she's going to quit. And if she's going to quit, the other person who's not a strong recruiter who can't afford their auto ship over here is going to quit. This person's not making any money. This person's not making any money. It's called erosion, and eventually you or I change companies. Probably many people on here have done that in the past. Well, what happens if even great-great-great-grandma can make money on the product? Great-great-great-grandma, let's picture her right here. Picture grandma. Picture somebody that's not a strong recruiter. Just envision it in your mind. the broke brother-in-law, the person that hates anything out of the ordinary, the accountant, the whatever, the factory worker. What happens is this. They make money doing the eBay end of it, so they just don't quit. And if they don't quit, they don't quit. If they don't quit, they don't quit. And what happens is lousy recruiter, broke brother-in-law, he can't handle it. He has to tell someone, just like if he found a $20 bill, just like if he won $20 in a scratch-off, just like whatever. He has to tell someone that he made money on eBay. I don't care how, abhorrent the person is. Bill, I got to tell you, I made $46 with this bleep, 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 bleep last night. Huh? Yeah. He will accidentally share it, okay? And in other network marketing companies, you hear, you know what? Share it like it's a good movie. Okay, well, here's my thinking. A $100 worth of coffee a month versus $12 Folgers coffee, this ain't no good movie. That's $100 leaving your family. The good movie is $20 a month, you're making $100, $500, $1,000. That's the good movie, okay? I don't watch like business and secret of your success movies where the guy goes through the whole movie and at the end he's broke. Oh man, I'm really rooting for this guy to make it. What happened at the end? Well, he had no money, he died. That was an awesome movie. I got to tell everybody, right? Am I crazy? Okay. Now you understand the power of DsDomination and why we're, matter of factly dominating. Now you understand why when I show you that Alexa ranking to kick off the call, why we're ahead of everybody else, why we're bigger than Oprah Winfrey online right now, and we're 5 months in, okay? It won't it won't clear my little page here, so I'm going to erase some stuff, and then I'm going to show you the compensation plan, okay? How much money is here in the compensation plan. Now, I've heard other companies with this 100% commissions. Guys, wake up to reality. There's no such thing as 100% commissions, okay? It doesn't exist, all right? There's no 100% commissions, all right? Hey, you know what? I went out and I built this amazing company, and I don't make a dime. Everybody else makes money. Isn't that awesome? 100% commissions. You put in $5. I saw somebody on Facebook yesterday. Man, I brought in 3 people for $19.95 and I made $3,000 so far. I'm going to hope to get 2 more and then I'll make $5,000. Are you nuts? You get someone to join for $20 and you get a $1,000 commission. Have you lost your mind? All right. These 100% commissions, they have pass-ups and everything else and all this crazy stuff. It's not really 100% commission. So I'll tell you right off the bat, we pay out a huge 75%. And we pay 10 levels deep. So even if you're thinking about the 100% commission company that you know, with the pass-ups and stuff, you're not guaranteed to get paid on level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're more than likely not getting paid on those levels. Where here, you are, okay? So it's real simple. As you go down in levels, you get paid, and I'll give you the outline. On level 1, sign someone up, you get 50% commission. And we wanted to make it so everybody can get in the black really quick, whether through eBay or through bringing people into the business. So 2 people, you're good to go. Then 10, then 5, then 3, then 2, and then 1 through levels 6 through 10, okay? 1%, all right? 50, 10, 5, 3, 2, 1%. And this is level 6 through 10, you get 1% on, okay? So that's 75%, 50, 60, 75%, okay? So very lucrative payout, okay? And people will say, well, what about pass-ups and stuff like that? And we take our top-end products, our Unleashed, our Extreme, our Monopoly, $199, $249, $499, and you can get pass-up commissions on those, okay? Where if the person above you doesn't own the product, or if the person below you doesn't own the product and somebody below them upgrades, well, you'll get that commission, okay? One of the other things I didn't show you back here is our disgustingly sick marketing package. So if you're interested in just the affiliate, you got a guy that one of our partners, Hitesh, who did $7 million in sales online prior to DsDomination last year. And then Kevin Hokawana, who's known as being in the Air Force in Japan. And he's just known to make insane money, like working an hour a day because that's all the time he has. So we got everything covered in here, and I can't open that up. There's a lot of proprietary stuff in there, but hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of training, lead generation, autoresponders, capture pages worked out for you, everything else. So it's pretty crazy. And probably you saw some of the capture pages to arrive here. Okay, that's our compensation plan. Pretty cool stuff. All right. And remember, when you're thinking about the compensation plan, people don't leave. And if they're making $100, $200, $400, $500, $1,000 paying $19.95 a month, are they going to upgrade? Yeah, they're going to upgrade. In fact, our average customer right now that paid $19.95 a month is worth $110 to the affiliate. So imagine you got to find someone that wants to pay $20 a month to make a bunch of money easily, and the average amount per person that joins an affiliate will make about $110. That's sicko. I don't want to drag this on. I'm going to answer some questions for you really quickly, and there we go. 10 million sales offline. Yeah. How do you do $7 million? Okay. Whole PayPal thing. You get paid and it's pending. What then? Okay. What they're referring to is when you have a brand new account and have no selling history whatsoever, PayPal will hold on to your money for a little bit. So you actually go over and you buy the item and you ship it out to your customer, supply a tracking number, and then they'll release that money to you. Let me say that again, and let me show you how we fix that. Customer buys the item from you on eBay. They send the money to you. It's in your PayPal account. It's your money. It's sitting there. PayPal says, hey, man, you're kind of brand new to eBay. Could you do us a solid and just show us the tracking number on that so we can give you the money? Because we don't want to just give you the money and you take off and keep the money. So you ship it from Amazon. You put the tracking number to PayPal. PayPal releases your funds, okay? After a while, PayPal is just like, okay, you're pretty cool. We'll just release your funds instantly. So if there's a cash flow problem, like, hey, I don't have $35 to buy the item, we actually have what are called cash out offers in our back office. This is for people that are just drop dead completely broke. When I click the cash out offers, down below here, you'll watch the video and stuff like that, but they'll be back here, and you're able to fill out offers to get free money, okay? You can see them back here. You can fill out these offers to get free money. So this one says, get paid to be online with swag bucks. Earn $5 to $25 gift cards by taking surveys. So you take a survey, and you earn 11 what are called dominaires. They equate to dollars, okay? Whatever these things are, you just fill them out. They're called CPA offers. And if you've ever walked into Costco, for example, they'll say, hey, do you want to fill out this Visa card? Why are they doing that? Because when you fill out the Visa card application, those people get paid. Costco gets paid for you filling out the Visa application. So these companies, they want to sell you something. They want your information so they can try and sell you something. But you don't have to ever buy anything. But for giving them some information, nothing like secret, what's your social security number or anything, but just saying, hey, I'm Mike, and I might be interested in a Disney movie one day, 17 dominaires or dollars. We add it to your balance here, and you can use that as money, okay? Because we're taking care of everybody. We are obsessed with the average person making money, the below average person making money. We are 100% confident when it's all said and done, whatever day that is, we will be able to say with absolute authority that everybody, every single person had a legitimate shot of retiring within a year. Will they all? Nope. Because some of them will screw off and some of them will go do something different. Sorry about the language there, but they'll just not bother. They'll sign up and check it out later. It'll be another piece of software on their computer. But a heck of a lot of people, 83%, will make great money. Okay, good. Yeah, you can build as wide as you want on level 1, Ken. Put in 1 million people in here. We have people that have brought in 400, 500, 1,000 people on their level 1. Okay, Also, somebody I saw it ask earlier, John Robertson. John, the Market Extreme Pack is $199, and that's a one-time payment, no monthly on that. This stuff is so good. We rarely have a cancellation, but I had one. I had one today, and the person wrote in and they said, hey, I canceled my Pro and Elite subscription, but I can't figure out how to cancel my Unleash subscription, which is $249 a month. And I'm sorry, it's a $249 one-time buy it now. They thought it was $249 a month and still signed up for it. Okay, there's so much powerful stuff in each level. People are like, if I told you it's $200 tonight for the $20, you might still be debating it because it's powerful stuff. We're not magic. We didn't price it absolutely perfect. We didn't say, you know what, $19.95 is the most we will get out of these people in this economy. We just said, what? How cheap can we make it? All right, there you go. Okay. When you join Elite and after being in Pro, are you paying for both subscriptions? Everything is separate as far as billing. So you would pay both, but you can cancel Pro if you don't need to use Pro anymore, okay? All right, good. This is the best pre-associate webinar yet, Roger. Have one join. Thank you, appreciate that. We have banners for marketing. We have banners. We have flashing banners, every banner you can imagine, and all of our sales pages and landing pages are mobile, okay? They work on mobile, all right? I'll tell you what, let me pause the webinar just for a second, and I'll go into Marketing Extreme, and I'll show you one of our killer landing pages so you guys will see this. Watch this. It's pretty cool. I'll be right back. Let's see. List. And let me see what follow-up I can do for you guys. Let's do the floating logo. And I don't know if that'll work because I'm just going to pick a website, facebook.com. Is this it? And I'm going to create a campaign. Okay. I've already created my campaign in DsDomination, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me unpause. And you guys are watching a page that I just created in like 10 seconds, okay? This would be your marketing page. Now, nobody has landing pages that are jumping around on this. And furthermore, if you've ever seen something like this, nobody has them on mobile, okay? It's so interactive, like even if you weren't interested, even if you hated money, you'd be like, what is this thing, okay? Notice it doesn't have an opt-in. It's not saying, hey guys, opt in here to learn more information on this. It says, see how it's done. Now watch this. When I click on that, then it brings this up, and you've already had a microscopic commitment. They clicked on something non-threatening. See how it's done. I want to see how it's done. Oh, there's another step, but I've already done so much. I want to fill out this other step here. And they fill out this step right here. And this is just one of many capture pages that you get. Click send me the video. It'll load up, redirect, and I told it to go to facebook.com because I didn't remember I don't have an account because I'm an owner of DsDomination. So I said to go to domination/Facebook. Okay, that's why there's no such page. All right, but it would go to your sales page in this case, which we supply. Pretty bad bleep, 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 bleep template, right? Okay, cool. Still somewhat confused. Are you saying I can start on DSD and list items, not have to buy them myself to start out? You buy them after they sell and the customer sends the money to your PayPal account. If you upgrade to Elite and drop Pro and then people join you at Pro, will you still get paid for that Pro? No. If you, I got to show you guys two caveats. I didn't mean to mislead you. One's awesome and one's not awesome. Okay. Let me show this. You're like, what's the not awesome thing? I was going to join. What's the not awesome thing? That's how we think, right? You have to have a product. You have to own one of the products to market the product. So if you don't have Pro and you're an affiliate and somebody signs up for Pro, you don't get that commission. But if you have 3 pro sales, you will start earning on the 4th one. So here's a scenario. You sign up for DsDomination and you don't get pro, you decide to get elite. You have elite, okay? And somebody comes in and they sign up for pro, you don't get the commission. Somebody signs up for pro, you don't get the commission. Somebody signs up for pro, you don't get the commission. Then you get your 4th sale on pro, then you get that commission. Or you could just get pro yourself and you would have collected on this one, this one, this one, this one. The only other thing we have in place, and we can't, this is just legal. And when I explain it to you, you'll understand that legally we have to do it. And it's not bad. According to the SEC, and you can look this up, if you're considered a network marketing company, you have a special thing you have to do. What's a network marketing company? If you pay deeper than 2 levels, well, we pay 10 levels, so technically we're a network marketing company. So we have to abide by this one rule. That rule is we have to separate our customers from our affiliates. Not like you guys got to stand on one side of the room, but we have to differentiate, and we have to put a little special thing in for affiliates to say what's the difference between an affiliate and a customer. Our customers are people that just go use the eBay training and make a bunch of money using eBay. Our affiliates are ones that earn commissions by sharing the program with people, okay? By law, you have to differentiate between that. So if you've ever had a traditional network marketing company, let's say a coffee company, the customer would be someone that just orders some bags of coffee. An affiliate would be someone who ordered a kit for $300, $400, $500, and you got coffee, you got samples, you got products, you got literature, you got everything else. We don't want to send you coffee and literature and everything else. So the way we differentiate is we charge $9.95 a month, okay? And that's to become an affiliate with DsDomination. So no big deal. And we have to do it or we wouldn't do it. And we handle all the processors for you. We don't put that processor stuff off on you and stuff like that. So that goes towards the credit card processors and everything else that we do for you, okay? Because we're awesome. Yes, per month. Okay, got to run. Share, take care. Do you need to have an LLC? No, not at all. Not at all. Just get on there, click sell, and rock it. Okay. Do I show you how to set up a PayPal account? Tom, I like the way you're thinking because you think like I used to think. Or I still do think this way, but not in business. Tom's asking if we have to set up a PayPal account. And when I was a kid and I grew up in Nova Scotia, Canada, we would drive down to upstate New York pretty often, maybe once or twice a year, see family and things like that. And even when I was like 6 years old, I had to have the map. I needed to know everything. Where are we going? What's the next town? Where's the fire hydrant? What's the latitude? What's this? I had to know everything. I had to know. And I sense that Tom's that way. He's got to see the big picture. In here, it's all taken care of you step by step. And what I mean is this. I show you how to put an item up on eBay, okay, and a lot more, and how to title and all that stuff. When that item sells, you get an email that says, Tom, your item sold. Click here to get your money. What are you going to do? You're going to click there, right? This is an email. You can't miss it. So you click there to get your money, and it takes you over to PayPal. And then it says, Tom, claim your money. Set up your PayPal account. What's your name? What's this? What's this? Boom. So you don't have to set it up ahead of time. It's kind of all logically mapped out for you. Some people say, what about my Amazon account? Well, when your item sells, I show you there's a how to ship it video. Of course, you're going to click on that because you want to ship it. You're going to go over to Amazon, and you're going to see the steps. You're going to add it to your cart. It's going to say, do you have an account? You're going to click no. It's going to say, what's your email address? And then you're going to set up your account. So it's all laid out there for you step by step. Okay, awesome. The capture pages aren't included in Pro. They're for an affiliate, and they're only in the Marketing Extreme program. Okay, we have some basic training for affiliates that they can use. Okay. How I can become an affiliate while at the pro level? Great question. And this will, if you've been on a fence, this will scream something to you. If you saw our sales video, it doesn't talk about becoming an affiliate. If you saw any of our videos out there, it doesn't talk about becoming an affiliate. When have you seen a company not go, here's how you recruit. You get 10 people and you're going to make $1 million. You get this sports car. Then when it does a flip, you recycle the matrix upside down. You're going to get a Ferrari. 7 Ferraris is going to get you a home. 22 homes will get you a planet, right? That's how they normally go. Not us. I didn't even show you the affiliate part till the end. I didn't even tell you how to become an affiliate. Somebody just asked, all right? In your back, and this is a person that's in pro. They're already in the training. They don't know how to become an affiliate. Up at the top here, depending on what you have, it'll say active or inactive. If you click on inactive, then it'll show you a sales video showing you exactly how the compensation plan works and everything that's provided and stuff like that. And that's where you'd pay your $9.95 to sign up. Okay? That should scream to you, what's this company doing that they're not going recruit, recruit, recruit? And the answer to that is people are making so much money on the product that we don't have to be that way, okay? Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that. Okay. How long do we stay in pro before we move to elite? We teach, I think it's Fee Good. We teach that make your $20 back, okay? And then go into elite. But, you know, if you might go out there and you're in pro and you put up one list and you make $20 and you might say, well, I made $20, but I don't know, I'm just getting my feet wet. I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know if I want to pay $100. Or you might go out and totally encapsulate it, put up 20 listings, 4 or 5 sell, you made $20, $30, and you go, you know what, this works. I'm going for elite. Or you might say, I'm going to wait till I make $120, and then I'm out nothing, and then I'll join elite. So, boo-hoo, Roger, you're going to wait for me. It's entirely up to you, okay? It's whenever you're most comfortable, okay? Whenever you're most comfortable. Got a question, what is the approved balance? I got a girl on here. She saw a big number just like my wife. She wants to know what that money's about. I'm just kidding. That's a ding on my wife with her Target credit card. Couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. This right here, what happens is when you get commissions, they go into the pending balance, and then they'll roll up after 3 weeks to the approved balance, because we have to make sure there's not fraud and stuff like that in the sales and things like that. Also, we do our webinars, live training. Like I'm going to do the pro training tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for all pro members, and I go through, you saw that blue Amazon thing? I'm going to spend like 30 minutes going over example after example after example, 30 minutes of Q&A, and then the elite level, that's where I'm going to do the webinar at 10 p.m. Eastern, same thing. So if you're not yet registered and you're already in, this is where you register under here, under pro, and then live training for the webinar. Elite, same thing. And if you're thinking about getting in, well, you're going to get, hand trained by me tomorrow, okay? Awesome. Oh, yes, I will. Somebody asked me to please point out the pending and available are affiliate commissions, not eBay sales. These are affiliate commissions. This is actually a test account, this right here. If I was trying to impress you, I would log into this test account. And there's actually some more features in here. Let me see if I can get in here. So if I was trying to impress you, I'd log into here and let you guys stare at that balance, but that's not my goal. And you'll see some more features in here. We're actually building out, it's not out yet, but we're building out a task list here. So you know exactly what you did, and you'll have a percentage of how much you accomplished and everything else. And we're building out price trackers and all kinds of new stuff coming out because we're continuously evolving. If you become inactive in elite, do you lose those sales forever? So someone's asking if you made like $200-300 in commissions and you have members down below you that are paying their commissions, but you don't want to pay anymore. Do you still get those commissions? Absolutely. There's no negativity. It's always on the side of yes, yes, more for you, more for you, more for you. And I'll matter of factly tell you, I mean, I'll be as open as could be. I'd touch my business partner and probably kill me. But when a company says that they're going to pay out 50%, they actually pay out about 32%. Or the big A company, the network marketing, they actually pay out 26%. It's been calculated, all right? And I'm saying we pay out 75%. So do we? If everything went absolutely perfect and everybody made every single dime, every single dollar, they would pay out 75%. We actually end up paying out about 73% each month, okay? If you take that 73%, you add on 4% for our credit card processor, 77%, and then 7 to 8% for upkeep and everything else, it leaves 15%, okay? It's myself, Kevin Hokawana, Hitesh. So we split about 15% each, or 5% of sales, all right? Maybe a little bit more. So that's a fair deal, right? You know, we didn't want to make it so it's so top heavy for us that we better rock it out and get a big surge in the beginning and make a bunch of money and pad our pockets. We made it so we got to do a heck of a lot of sales and do a heck of a lot of stuff for a heck of a lot of people, so you guys keep winning and keep making a lot of money before we ever make an extreme amount of money. And we thought that was the right way to go. And so far, so good. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks, John. I sure appreciate that. Guys, that's it. If you're ready, hop in. If you're not, cool. Make sure you get the right place and don't sign up through the wrong person, okay? Because somebody worked hard to refer you here or got excited and showed you what this was all about. So this is where you sign up. When you go over there, make sure the referrer is the person that referred you. If you don't know who referred you, please try and make sure that the person that referred you is there. If you have any questions, you can go to DsDomination.com. Down at the bottom, be a contact us at the bottom. You can contact us. And we're just here to help you, all right? So, you know, I'll close with that. I'm not going to close with the big energy, you got to change your life type speech. I'll give you one, then I'll make a joke, and no, I won't do that. I'm not going to do that and try and get you all riled up and try and seal the close of the deal. You know where you're at in life, and you know if you're set. And I don't know a heck of a lot of people that are set, and I'll tell you, the Walmart greeter does not want to be the Walmart greeter. They had the same dreams and ambitions that you did. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a Walmart greeter, but, you know, there's just such big things out there. You only get one shot, right? So anyway, I'll end with that. God bless everyone. Have an amazing night. Take care. Thanks.